How positive tactics promote less disruptive behaviors. Positive discipline tactics promote less disruptive behaviors. You're going to ignore the disruptive behavior. You're going to praise when correct actions occur. The child will learn which behavior receives the attention. An increase in disruptive behavior leads to escalated actions. Why are these behaviors occurring? Undiagnosed conditions such as ODD, which is optimum defiant disorder, autism, a traumatic brain injury, environmental elements such as a death in the family or a divorce. And some of these behaviors are a result of a child expressing their feelings. When they are unable to do this in a verbal manner, they will act out to display how they're feeling. They may bite, they may hit, they may kick. How far can I push these boundaries? They do these by testing our patients with unwanted behaviors. By giving in to their demands, there are no consequences for their actions. They will use manipulation to their advantage and to negatively hold our attention. So the more we tell them not to do something, they're still getting our attention. So they're going to continue doing it, throwing a tantrum. They will scream, they will cry, they will even throw themselves on the floor. They are pushing those boundaries of the adult's attention. Positive behavior tactics. We use the same consequence each time a behavior occurs. Johnny throws a toy, you remove him from the situation, set him in the quiet area till he calms his body and is able to rejoin. By doing this, you are teaching the child self-regulation, self-control. They will learn respect for themselves as well as respect for others. We will also gain the ability, they will gain the ability to make positive choices. You're going to want to reward a positive behavior with a prize such as a sticker or a bookmarker or a little trinket of some sort. Dollar Tree toys, sticker pages work the best. You're going to create a positive and productive environment. By doing this, we are going to create a personal relationship and trust with the child. They will learn social, emotional, and developmental skills. Hand gestures such as praise, yay, good job, proud of you, thumbs up. Verbal praise, thank you for using your calm voice and having a calm body. Silent cheers. Golf claps. Positive punishment also are natural consequences. This happens when an action occurs ending in a negative result. For example, you tell them not to jump on the bed, they continue to do so, they fall off, bump their head, they begin to cry. This is a natural consequence. You told them not to do it, they continued to do it. This was the result of the action. A child begins having a screaming fit over what show or book they want to read. Instead, you point to them to a quiet area till they have time to calm themselves. Ask the child what they can do the next time instead of the behavior they just displayed. Instead of throwing the toy, what could you have done? Tell me what the better choice was. Oh, you hit your sister? What would have been the better choice? Come tell me, yes, that would have been the better choice. Negative reinforcement. Spanking a child for an unwanted behavior. Taking away something the child likes or wants to do. This is negative reinforcement. Arguing with a child. Why are we going to stand there and argue with a 3, 4, or 5-year-old over an unwanted action or behavior? Making fun of them when they are crying or having a fit. This is not productive. Yelling and telling them what to do one thing before doing another. You need to put the toys away before you get the bubbles out. Will these behaviors continue after the punishment decreases? This can lead to a child becoming fearful of all forms of punishment and can result in forms of anger and resentment. Positive punishment influences behavior changes. Scolding should be done privately, not in front of others. Your child acts out in the middle of Walmart. You kindly and quietly get them to the car. Then you verbally explain to them what happened. Why did they do this? Timeouts for 1 minute for every year that they are old. Your child is 5. They throw a toy. They sit in the quiet area for 5 minutes. Be persistent and consistent. If they throw a toy once, you put them in the quiet area for 5 minutes. They do it again. They go back to the quiet area for 5 minutes. Spanking should always be the last resort. Yes, this is a positive punishment. However, this can be humiliating and demeaning to a child's social and learning growth. And this is something that should be done in the home, never in public. You want to create a positive behavior plan. This is wanting to encourage the child to create good behaviors while decreasing negative. For an affirmative behavior plan to be beneficial, the child needs to understand the consequences of their actions. In Sasha's long master's behavior program, Starve It and Replace It framework, she posted a quote by Thomas Edison, and this rings true to any situation. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that do not work. The only behavior you have complete control over is your own. And Sasha, I truly believe these over and over again. You want to teach and reinforce new skills, follow directions, and ignore peer distractions. So if they are working on a coloring page and their sister is pulling it, we want to teach them just to ignore what their sister has done and go on with continuing to color. Respectful and redirection. Use a calm tone and a neutral body language. Explain exactly what they did incorrectly and what they should have done instead. No, Abby, you should not have thrown the toy at Johnny. You should have made a better choice. You need to learn calming techniques. Stop, take a deep breath, and relax. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. What can I do to help you? How can I help you make this better? And try to identify triggers and work on problem-solving skills. You should be able to identify some of their triggers. If there are too many people in the room and Johnny starts to act out, you know this is a trigger. Move him to a quiet area where he has a little more secluded alone time and let him calm himself down before he reintegrates himself back into the playing with the other children. And as you see, these are my list of references. And again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to message me. And thank you for your time.